established team. CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting cheese with everyone on my GPS.
Everything is shaking through.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Niners are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Cardinals, who will need to solve that secondary. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game. So we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and our home team. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go.
The play clock's running down. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
And on the ground they go with a running back. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for him to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
In the red zone this time.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Their big tight end, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They run the counter now on first down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Let's meet the starters on the defensive side of the football for Arizona.
And let's talk about Robert Kimdichie, their 1st-round pick out of Mississippi. I still remember him coming out of high school. An absolute terror, maybe the best high school prospect in the nation. People look to see if his motor is going to run high all the time, because when it does, he is something else.
He'll drop to throw. is incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
So on fourth down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. Watching now, Marty. Marty. Over.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they'd prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they'll run it here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now this time he'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come up in an offset eye. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Second down, goal to go from the 6. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And the D looking like they may blitz. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They send Parker in motion left. They'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards there and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
They'll come out in the pistol. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 319.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Slot man moves right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Catanzero's kick is right through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
3 yards to go here on second down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They go play action here on first down. Coleman has it here right side. A gain of 32 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
7 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. That is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. On the move to his left. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, 49ers. And now they're in the hurry-up.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Touchdown, LA! A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That's caught. It's Coleman. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Cardinals a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 of the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He'll look to throw, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that brings up fourth down.
putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go now. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the 49ers have moved down in front. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Here we go. 56,
He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
They come up in an offset eye.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Hurry up, here we go.
Another pistol look here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. To the air here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Play clock winding down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go. Over. Back to the Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play clock's running down, and the back goes into motion. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Gone. Detroit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop, looking deep downfield. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go. Four down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And now it's third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Let's go. Green, 39 now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off on the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Looks like he'll throw here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go now. Blue, land it. Blue.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43. He's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Backing up. He's going to air one out. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
One final shot. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.